Hello. Yes, good morning everybody. I do hope you're having a good morning. Today we are doing this a bit earlier, but it's okay. So we'll start off with the dashboard on our screen, and this stands for the strength meter. As I'm speaking now, we have the Canadian dollar being the strongest, and then we have it being followed by the euro. Then we have the weakest is Swiss franc, and then we have the most weakest, the eighth one, is the Japanese yen. So today trade a combination of either this, the first one, Canadian dollar and Swiss franc, Canadian dollar versus Japanese yen, or euro versus Swiss franc, or euro versus Japanese yen. So let's see what we have based on the trend. Euro USD, we have an active uptrend. Then we have Euro JPY, an active uptrend. Then we have Euro GBP, Euro CAD, Euro AUD, all these are downtrend. We have Euro CHF, a very good uptrend. Then we have GBP USD uptrend, GBP JPY, another uptrend, GBP CHF. So basically GBP USD, GBP JPY, GBP CHF, all of these are uptrend. Then we have GBP CAD, GBP AUD, GBP NZD, this is somehow downwards. Then you have all the AUDs, AUD JPY, AUD USD, AUD CAD, AUD CHF, AUD NZD, all of them there's an active uptrend. NZD USD is also uptrend, NZD JPY uptrend, and then NZD CHF we are upwards, but based on the strength meter we are flat. Then we have NZD CAD, nothing. NZD USD JPY we have an active uptrend, USD CHF an active uptrend, USD CAD an active uptrend. Then we have CAD JPY, CAD CHF, and CHF JPY, all of them are uptrend. So let's see what we have on the individual symbols. We'll start off with Euro USD, this one. So far this has been upwards. As you can see, we have an active uptrend. The price continues to move upwards, and based on the average directional movement index, you can see that we actually started some uptrend last week. This is an active uptrend. So as long as you have price being held above, as long as the price remains above, the green line, this one for the ADX remaining above the red line, expect price to continue moving to the upper side. So expect it to continue much higher and should even break beyond this level. Expect price to go beyond 1.11410. If this is the case, that if the price goes above, we'll simply wait for some retracement so that we pick more buy position, expecting price to continue much higher. So let's see what we have on our next symbol. We'll look at GBP USD. This too is upwards. The price continues to move upwards. If we check 1 hour, you can see that we are still upwards, but there's a level here. This is just a good resistance, a resistance level which is broken. There's this retracement. It continued up, it came back up, down. So if you bought it here, if you didn't buy it there, you still had the chance to buy it when the price came back the second time. And we have also a resistance here. So basically the price needs to break above, retrace back, and then continue to the upper side. This is what should happen, which means somehow we are still upward. So we are still expecting price to continue even high. It should retrace back down to give us the correct place to look for a buy from. So we look at the next symbol, USD JPY. USD JPY, we are within some shape, but it has just been broken. We are looking at this level here. We had a resistance previously. This was Thursday last week, Friday, not Thursday. We have a resistance, and then we have a resistance. then we have this one here. The price went above this level, it retraced back slightly. Somehow we are still upward, so expect price to continue to the upper side. As long as we are seeing price being held above this trend line, we do expect it to continue up, most probably up to this point, 107.868. If you're looking at this chart now, expect price to be continuing to the upper side. It should continue much higher up to 108.869, where if it goes beyond, expect it to continue to the upper side. So the upward move is supported by whatever is happening now on the ADX indicator. You can see that the green line is above the red line, and then the ADX, the main line, is also above 25, which means we have an active uptrend. So the next symbol we look at is going to be gold. Let's see what's happening with gold. Just a second. Let's see, it should be here. This one. Our gold so far, we expected price to continue upwards. It's moving to the upper side. So on gold, there are basically just some levels. I want to use the fib levels to try and explain exactly where the price may pull back up to. This one. So there's a resistance here. This is a very good resistance, and this is like the swing high, and then this is like the swing low, and as you can see, the price is upward. So the places where we expect price to pull back up to is actually 23.6% fib level. That is here. The price may come back up to this point, or it may continue down up to 38.2, or it may continue down even much lower up to 50.0. So we don't expect it to go below this level. The price may pull back only up to this point, 50.0% fib level. If it goes beyond this swing high, then expect it to continue to the upper side. The next chart is Brent oil. So Brent oil also, this is upwards, and if you can remember, some few days ago we had our level here, and we mentioned clearly that should the price come back to the same point, this was going to be the correct place to look for a buy from. That is exactly what happened last week. So you remember we took a buy when this happened. We took a buy from this point. We also took a buy from this point. And then we took a buy when this happened. And in case the price comes back again the fourth time, then that should give us the next place to look for a buy. So we had a buy. This was the resistance, a resistance, the first buy, the second buy, the third buy. We have a resistance here. This one. A resistance, a resistance. There was a break, a support, a support. The price needs to come back to this point so that we pick a buy position. We do expect that buy to push us even higher. So if the price can come back up to this one, between 37.253 or 36.657, then that should be the ideal place to look for a buy from. The next chart, this is SP500. We are upwards, but according to the ADX, somehow there's no clear trend. So if you are trading purely based on the ADX, this should be a red sign that there's no trend here, so you step out. But if you're trading based on the alligator, then you can see that we are upwards, which means you're supposed to keep looking for buy positions. Expect price to break beyond some resistance levels. Expect price to be breaking beyond levels like we have this, a resistance, there's a break above, a support, and then you also have this resistance here. If the price breaks beyond this point, 3067.3, then that will be a good sign that we are continuing to the upside. So you should be looking for buy position. When that happens, when the price goes beyond those levels, expect it to continue to the upper side. So thank you very much. That should bring us to the end of today's webinar. If you do have any questions, kindly feel free to post them for me on the chat option, and I should respond to them when they see them. So thank you.